Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel again. Well, funny story, right, last week I'd got a message asking me, this guy, right, all of a sudden, he said, he hadn't been out flying for a while, but he went out flying and he'd got like jello, right, on his video footage when he was watching it back. He said, it wasn't in my goggles when I was flying, but when I watched it back I had a bit of jello. Alright, so I explained to him what it was. Don't worry, we'll get to it. But I explained to him what it was and he said, fine, no problems. Well, I went out flying yesterday. Alright. Oh, well, first of all, alright, yesterday morning I'd got an email, right, a week later shall we say, I'd got an email asking me what ND filters are. Well, that's like a loaded question because you use an ND filter for lots of different particular reasons. If you're a professional photographer, unlike me, right, you'll know all about the different ND filters and the different reasons to use them, right? But yeah, now I tried to explain to the guy the basics of what an ND filter is, right? But as it is, right, that was yesterday morning, and then later on I'd gone out flying. Right, I took off, went for a nice flight and everything. Like, it was more of a test flight, trying out some props, but anyway, went for a flight, landed, realised I hadn't put my ND filter on, and I thought this is a perfect excuse. I've got two questions within a week, one about jello, one about ND filters, and I've just had a flight without my ND filter. So I had another flight with an ND filter on, and it explains all the questions about the jello effect and can a ND filter help with the quad. So I thought I'd knock out this quick-ish video, right, and show you the flights, just so you see why and when you should be using an ND filter. Now really quick, just in case you don't know what an ND filter is, to sum it up really fast, it's like a pair of sunglasses for your camera. Okay, just think of it as a set of sunglasses for your camera, an ND filter. If you've never heard of one, which I find hard to believe, just Google search or YouTube search ND filter. Okay, right, let's show you these videos and you'll get the full explanation about the jello, the ND filter and everything, all linked into one. Okay then, roll VT. Okay then, right, this is the first flight, now with no ND filter. Now what happens is, I'm keeping this really simple, when it's a real bright sunny day you get too much light into your camera, right, and like I said, I am not a professional photographer, right, but you get too much light going into the lens, and when you're on, shall we say, a movement, as you'll see here any second now, come on, look at the landscape starting to wobble a bit and the sky starting to wobble as more light's coming in, and look at the jello effect, the wobble. Alright, if you didn't quite catch that, play it back. Alright, but you see there's like a wobble effect. That's your jello, that's too much light getting into the lens. Alright, and that's why you use an ND filter. You put a pair of sunglasses on it just to reduce that wobble effect. You're not seeing it as much here because I'm keeping low. I'm not like pointing up at the sky, so you're getting the shadow effect, as in there's not too much light coming straight into the camera because I'm low down, whereas when I'm higher up you start to get the jello effect. Right, let's land in a minute. Well, I'll cut it short now, and then we'll put on the ND filter. Well, we've already done it. We'll just show you the video, the same flight basically, but with an ND filter on. Okay, let's swap it round. Right, you can see it's a little bit darker. Alright, you get different, you see I'm using ND filter number 8. Now, you get all different numbers. Research that yourself. I'm not going into it. I don't understand it all myself anyhow. Like I said, I'm not a professional photographer. But different numbers are different darknesses to your lenses. But I find a number 8 is spot on for me. Right, and that's the type I always use. So we've got the sunglasses on. When we get to the end again, you'll see how smooth the picture looks. There's no jello, no doubt in the background. Here we go, look. Look, there's no wobble effect, there's no jello, everything is just dead smooth. Alright, and that's basically why you would use an ND filter on a bright sunny day. You don't need an ND filter on, right, on a cloudier day. You wouldn't wear your sunglasses when it's cloudy, would you? No, of course not. Well, some people do, if they're cool, I suppose. Yeah, but so on a bright sunny day, you don't want loads of light blasting into your camera, right? That's why you can buy like these ND filters for GoPros and all sorts of them sort of cameras. But this personally, I've actually got it. It's actually on my video on my FPV/video camera. I'm using the Tarsier, right? The Tarsier 4K something or other B2. Yeah, so you can get all types of different sizes. All you need to do is look up ND filter, right? But the main thing is, it's just to it's the sunglasses effect. That's the easiest way to explain it. It cuts out the glare so you don't get that jello. Okay, so whenever it's a bright sunny day, right, you want an ND filter on. As you see there, I've definitely gone right into the sun and there's no jello, no now. So that's why you want one. I can't really explain it any other way, and that's what it does. Yes, the ND filter will do a lot more stuff, as I've said, right, but I'm not a professional photographer. This is just a basic sum up of what an ND filter does. Okay then, hey, big branch. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and hope this helps somebody. Okay then, cheers.